Hello random viewers and welcome to the 16th episode of my Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. Now we do have a major problem. And that problem is that I've recorded this before. But Kerbal Space Program, somehow due to the way that it's a weird glitch, but people who have a dual monitor setup and tried using one of the versions of Kerbal Space Program, it was version 1.2.0. If you downloaded that version and you have a dual monitor setup, there's a good chance that it broke the game, pretty much. So it did not record properly. The end of my video did get recorded, so I'll show you guys that. But first I'm going to give you some... give you some reference so that you know what went on in that episode. I really can't show you very much. I really do apologize. But I'll do the best I can, and... I'll discuss some possible fixes. So the first thing we did was we flew this thing. This is the Kamara 2. We flew it to Minmus with 4 tourists and made a lot of money off of them. And basically this thing flew, these solid rocket boosters jettisoned. This thing flew for a while. This came off. These fairings came off. Yeah, it landed like this, with the landing legs deployed, of course. And then, when it was time to take off, it dropped this, and flew back to Kerbin on these engines here. We had a interesting re-entry. Not too interesting, but a little more eventful than usual. And then we landed on the parachutes. So yeah, that's how we did that. Made lots of money. The next thing we did was we launched the Ares drive section, which is a real shame that that did not record. It did record the audio for the whole thing. It just did not record the video. It recorded just the loading screen, the entire the entire episode. It was just the loading screen stuck. So yeah. But anyways, I built this massive thing. It was a pretty dangerous launch. I almost burned up from going a little too shallow, but I made it to orbit. And yeah, these things jettison after a while. This thing is not actually capable of lifting itself after the solid rocket boosters jettison, so it kind of loses speed for a while, but then it burns off enough fuel that it starts to gain speed again. But anyways, then this all comes off at once, because it's all one piece. These things jettison, so we'll delete that fairing, and delete that fairing. And this thing docked up to the station. We did some rearranging, and... well, station. No, cancel. We're gonna leave. Don't say that. I'll show you what it's looking like. It may have been recorded in the video that you're about to see, but if it wasn't, I want to show you what got accomplished. Okay, basically what got accomplished was we docked the drive section to the back of this. We moved this thing up here. So this thing's really starting to come together. Yeah, I was saying that... No, that got recorded. You'll see. But, yeah, it's very unfortunate that that happened, and while you look at this, I will explain some possible fixes. This version of Kerbal Space Program that I have now has been completely modified by the previous one, by the 1.2.0 release. The 1.2.1 release fixes a lot of the bugs, but I think that there's probably going to still be a few, but usually their patches fix a lot. So, what I can tell you, there's not going to be a Kerbal Space Program video for a while after this one. I want to make sure there's not another patch, because I did encounter a lot of bugs in 1.2.0, so I'm going to have to make sure that those are all fixed in 1.2.1. Then I've got to make sure there's mods for everything, and I've got to get all my mods back. Then we're going to have to transfer this save over. And then I'm going to have to put a bunch of communication satellites up, just because that we're going to have to do that. There might be an option to turn off needing communications, and I might do that, but we'll see. Yeah, it's just going to be really difficult, but I think we can do it. So I guess I'm forced to upgrade. So yeah, we'll figure out how to do that. I hope you enjoy this unended section, this weird out-of-place section, but I think that gave you enough context to understand what's going on. We're at the point right when I docked this, but still had to do a lot of rearranging. And what had happened was the docking ports were getting stuck, so I had to blow them up, 2 of them. Then they got stuck again, so I had to do save file editing for an hour. But I finally got it all fixed. So yeah, that's where I'm left off, where I come back in and say, hey, I fixed the broken docking ports. So that's how that worked. I hope to see you guys again soon. Please do check out my Space Engineers series. I think you might enjoy that if you enjoy Kerbal Space Program. So, enjoy this old me, as Scott Manley would say. Alright, there we go. We just got most of this set up. So yeah, we've got the arm and the tug out here. The tug's not doing so great on monopropellant, but that's okay. Here, let's open this up. I'm now going to transfer this monopropellant to the tug because I'd rather it have most of that. Alright, I'm glad I brought up a bit of a reserve for that. Yeah, this stage has a lot. And I'm going to transfer all of this. These things are just docking ports, so I'm not going to do anything with them. But this in here can be transferred. Oh, I'm going to keep that actually for the reentry. I'm actually going to give it a little bit more. Okay, yeah. Oh, whoops. This is going to be my fuel for re-entering. I want to try and land it if possible. It'd be nice just to get that money. If it's not possible, that's fine, of course. But yeah, that should be enough fuel. 90 units. Yeah. Alright. And now, the rest of this is going to be transferred into these tanks. Like that. Alright, and then those will go into there. And you can see the camera's moving forward because the center of mass is being shifted forward, which is cool. Now, it's kind of hard to tell, but our ship is really starting to take shape now. We've got the main core here, we've got our science modules, we've got this science module thing, which we'll be taking... Oh, where are we going to take that? I think we're taking it to, Alright, these things go to the planet Duna. Okay, this thing here goes to, Ike. That's right. It goes to Ike. So, that'll be good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start setting up some refueling missions to start fueling this thing up. Well, refueling. It hasn't been fueled before, so... Fueling. Yes. But yes, we're gonna have to start putting fuel into this thing. After we undock this, all we'll really have to bring up are the 2 ascent modules, and then we'll pretty much be done. That and then the crew, which the crew will come up in the ascent and descent modules. So, yeah, this thing's just about ready. I'm actually going to, yeah, let's decouple from this. I just want to make sure I drained it of literally everything that it is of use. Yeah, it has no monopropellant left in it. I don't really care. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of fuel on board the drive section now. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, just the ascent and descent. The one question I do have is, where does this thing go? I don't really have a spare docking port for it. I have no idea. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot about that. It goes on the back of this thing. I did put a docking port for it. I'm not a complete idiot. Just mostly. I'll also probably put a spare fuel tank back there, just because I'd like the extra fuel. In case I miscalculated, that'd be fine. And if I didn't miscalculate and we've got that extra fuel, well, hey, you know, extra fuel is nice. And then we could go to maybe one of the moons of Duna, and that would help us a lot. So yeah, that should be good. Let's decouple this now, and we'll fly back to the planet with it. Not you. This thing, yes. Does it have... Okay, it does have some meager reaction wheels. And great, for once I picked the correct direction to turn. I'll be back when we're coming close to the planet. Alright, now you get one of those wonderful fail montages of me being terrible at landing a rocket. I hope you enjoy. Third try. It's better than last time. What did it take me last time? 5? Well, yeah. How much did I save any fuel? No, I burned it completely out. Let's recover that. Let's see what kind of money I got from it. Okay. No signs, of course. Almost 6,000 funds. Not terrible. Now, compared to the launch vehicle, yeah, that's pretty terrible, but hey, it's something in return. And we're almost done with our drive section. We're almost done with our whole ship to go to Duna. So yeah, that'll be crazy. But that will be in future episodes, whenever that will be. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. I've heard that it does help promote a channel. I don't know, because I don't get a ton of likes, and it'd be nice to actually get more than 5. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you next episode. Have a nice day.